Hello everyone, today I want to make sure that everyone is acknowledged about this ACST Pharma stock and they are aware of the opportunities that lies ahead if you invest in this stock. So ACST Pharma, let's start from the technical analysis. As you can see, ACST Pharma annually I can say annually because as you can see every single year there is a rapid spike in price action because of the news. The company is creating uh, novel medications that uh, improve or are novelty to the market. So they present a wide range of financial opportunities for the company, and they can open up uh, new financial opportunities. Mm, so let's start with the technical analysis. As you can see, that was 100% price action twice. Then it fell to $3.5, went up to 12. It was somehow a stable decline. Then it broke off, went to RSI over 91. Then it had a little bit non-technical breakthrough of the uptrend, but still RSI was within the 40s. Then it had a bear trap and exploded, most likely because of the news. Then it was somehow undecided where to go, higher or lower. It retested the highs and then just plunged. But it was also due to the COVID pandemic, the coronavirus. I mean, from the price of 5 to $2, it was due to COVID. This was just normal pre-announcement correction, and then it hovered around the 4 area. It was nonetheless 350%. Then it plunged to 1.5, went up to almost $10. You can clearly see the uptrends, and when they appear, it's quite obvious. Although the RSI may be deceiving because that fell to RSI 50 and still went higher and higher. But the general rule, when that drops below 40, then the stock is in trouble and entering the bear market. So currently the price is really low and stable, and the company has completed a merger, and with many opportunities with the future entering phase 3 of 2 medications and phase 2 of 1 medication. Also it has other testing medications. So really opportunistic, and I think soon there will be a great opportunity to buy. We just have to see if this trend line will hold or it will just break and maybe enter a little bit lower price than this in the upcoming days due to maybe the overall market conditions because of Russia and also increasing rates, tapering, and inflation. But overall, I think this presents a really good opportunities for 2022 and 2023. and I will show that with the ACST pharma pipeline in the next video. So first I want to mention that the company recently had a 1:8 reverse split, and the last one before that was in 2015. So I think the company is free from worries that the next reverse split will happen anytime soon, maybe in 2026 or so, but you shouldn't be troubled about that, because in that period of time I think they will be approved and with the medications on the market already. The most interesting is that the company has three medications. First, GTX 104 with results expected first half 2022 and phase 3 study expected second half 2022. GTX 101 bridging study results expected second half 2022, phase 3 first half 2023. Also GTX 101 study results expected second half 2022 and phase 2 second half. So it has many catalysts for this year. So actually there is no graph to show you when exactly those phases will happen, but I made the graph by myself, but I can show you right now. But you can see here that the clinical stage, the bridging study results expected in the first half. They didn't specify which half, but I think that this is the first half 2022, and the start of phase 3 study will expected second half. So not too long from here, maybe in April, May, and probably somewhere in September or November they will enter phase 3. So this is so this, generally speaking, this treats hypotension in SAH patients, and this is a novelty because that is an intravenous infusion, and the disease target, this is a rare and life-threatening medical emergency in which bleeding occurs over the ciphers of the brain in the subarachnoid space between the brain and skull. 10 to 15% patients currently die reaching hospital, and 20 of admitted patients die in hospital. So the target market is approximately 50,000 patients per year, estimated of over 300 million per year. So the current medication for this disease is nimopidine, the current standard of care for SAH, and is only available as an oral capsule and liquid solution in the USA, making drug delivery very difficult, particularly when patient is unconscious. So this drug is a novelty and making people lives better. Oral nimopidine also has suboptimal absorption when administered through the gut. So as you can see on the chart, the current medication oral capsule has a rapid plasma concentration per milliliter when injected, but then it drops rapidly, is stable, goes up again, and then it's lower than the GTX 104, which is stable and predictable. Consistent and predictable plasma concentrations allow for tighter control of hypotension. Also, if you look at the concentration from 12 to 16 hours, as you can see, the spikes of concentration in the oral current medication is really high, and generally even lower, even if the GTX 104 is effective at 1/12 of the oral dose. So significantly less medicine and even better results. So the clinical value, this is 100% bioavailable versus 13% of the oral current medication, potential to better manage hypotension, reduce food effects and DDI, reduce drug intake. It's potentially safer, better outcomes. It's convenient. You don't have to take it 6 times per day to achieve those spikes. Only 2 times per day. Potential for faster recovery. Potential reduced disease burden. Hospital value has reduced medical error, reduced nursing burden. Also therapy use, this shortened length of stay, ICU. It has compliance and positive economic impact. And a robust pharmacoeconomic model will drive pricing strategy and inform potential for innovator premium. So the next medication is GTX-102. This treats ataxia telangiectasia, AT oral mucosal spray. Results will be in the second half. So this is a novel and convenient oral mucosal spray formulation of betamethasone. So it's intended to significantly improve neurological symptoms of AT, including improving the posture and gait disturbance, and also improves kinetic speech and oculomotor functions. So it makes life better for those patients with that disease and more comfortable because there are currently no FDA approved pharmacotherapies for AT disease. ACST and ACST acquired Grace a couple of months ago, so they believe that GTX-102 could ease drug administration for patients experiencing AT, given its application is more convenient, concentrated, and also the liquid is sprayed onto the tongue because these AT patients typically have difficulty swallowing. So the disease target is AT is a progressive neurodegenerative genetic disease that primarily impacts children, causing severe disability for which no treatment currently exists. But AT affects many parts of the body, including areas of the brain, causing difficulty with motor function and motion. The disease is also associated with weakening of the immune system, predisposing patients to infection and with faulty repair of damaged DNA that may cause their cancer. So approximately 4,300 patients in the USA per year is addressable with a market of approximately 150 million. So if you compare the oral betamethasone, which is GTX-102, with the placebo, as you can see on the scores, the posture and gait disturbance in the placebo after 31 days was 14, and GTX-102 had 9, so significantly better posture. The kinetic function wasn't as much as improved, but what's important is that speech disorder went from 2.5 to 2. So this is helpful, but the most important is actually posture and speech, because those are the most basic needs for those patients. And overall there was 13 points difference, so quite significant improvement. Also there is a spray and oral solution. So as you can see on this graph, mean plasma pharmacokinetic parameters of betamethasone following reference oral solution versus the spray solution administered orally in rabbits show similar characteristics. And also the spray is much more effective because the plasma concentration is much higher than with the solution. So this is a great novelty to the market. And the third one is GTX 101, post-herpetic neuralgia, PHN. So everything will be in the second half. This is a novel topical bioadhesive film spray of bupivacaine for the treatment of PHN, which could provide significant benefits over the standard of care. It gives a faster onset and longer action. It's a bioadhesive topical on the patient's skin, which enables touch-free, non-greasy application. No skin sensitivity was reported. So this is a great news, and the disease target is persistent, often debilitating neuropathic pain caused by nerve damage from the varicella zoster virus. Shingles PHN pain varies from mild to excruciating in severity and may persist for months and even years. May lead to social withdrawal and depression. This is cause of suicide in chronic patients over age of 70. So this is relatively big market because approximately 150,000 patients per year in the USA with an estimated market of 400 million. And the current treatment of PHN most often consists of oral gabapentin and lidocaine patches, and refractory cases may be prescribed opioids to address persistent pain. So the current medications patches are suboptimal. These patches are difficult to use. 40% of patients experience insufficient pain relief, and analgesic effect could take up to 2 weeks. And many patients suffer from skin sensitivity and irritation. So this medication will significantly improve the market. Unlike oral gabapentin and lidocaine patches, ACST and Grace believe that the biphasic delivery mechanism of GTX 101 has the potential for rapid onset and continuous pain relief for up to 8 hours. So this is the medication. After a solvent evaporates, this is transparent on the skin. So this is a really genius way to improve pain in those patients. So phase 1 single dose PD data in humans. As you can see, the response starts from about the bigger response about 4 hours up to even 24 hours. So they say it's 8 hours, but in reality the 8 hours, I think they saw from 7 to 13 the peak. But also you can see analgesic effects all day. So this has a superior value proposition. The most important is that that medication can be potentially used for non-PHN pain indicators. And as you know, pain medications are really humongous markets for trillions of dollars even. Potential for a rapid onset of action and extended relief. It's easy to use, no cutting patches, ability to precisely cover the area, no skin sensitivity or irritation in phase 1, more potent analgesic and opioid sparing, well understood and efficacious. It has longer action versus lidocaine. It has strong call support for bupivacaine. It has convenience with improved compliance and expanded use, and it has potential future markets for analgesics. Enthusiasm across specialties. Yes, so this is very opportunistic. So if you look at the ACST latest financial quarter of 2022, They're saying about the potential phase 3 in 2022, obviously, even in the first half of the calendar year. So they think that the final study results during the first half. So I think GTX 104 will be in the first half. Actually, they said H 2022, so I think that's gonna be April, May, and that may cause spike in price action this year. So currently they have nothing on the market, but because of that they have loss from operating activities 4.5 compared to a loss 2 million in the 2020. This increase was due to the rapid expansion, increase in research and development expenses, and the increase in general administrative expenses. So the net loss was 3.6 million compared to a net loss of 3.2 2020. The expenses were also related to the new clinical assets acquired in the merger with Grace Therapeutics. So they putting the risk on, increasing expenses, and they are pushing those medications into the market because they believe it will pay off in the future. So they have 1.5 administrative expenses. Increase was a result of increased legal tax, accounting, and other professional fees. Most importantly, cash, they totaled 46 million as of December 2021 compared to 26 million. Cash equivalents and short-term investments as of December 31. The company believes these funding resources provide at least 21 months of operating runway based on management projections. So I would say that this year is really safe in terms of cash, and it can only go upwards. So also I want to add that on the Signal Alpha page, ACST has 46 million cash with total debt of only 22,000, which totals to 0.02 total debt to equity. So they are totally debt free. There is no risk. They are safe. The revenue growth is 42%, but they don't have revenue yet. Operating income, as I specified in the report previously, is about 11 to 12 million. So the market cap is 46 mil. So if you calculate the market caps of GTX, of 3 medications GTXs, the market cap can easily go to 500 million. So this can obviously go to 20s again, because that was probably close to 900 million or even 1000. So 1 billion probably. Shares outstanding, they're relatively stable. They are not increasing very much. So this is amazing company to invest in this year. Thank you for watching.